Barcelona returned to winning ways after their La Liga defeat at the weekend with a comfortable victory over Slavia Prague to bolster their chances of qualifying automatically to the Champions League knockout stage, although the visitors had to come from behind in their penultimate league phase match. On a bitterly cold evening at the Eden Arena in Prague, where the temperature reached -7°C, the home team went ahead in the 10th minute through Vasil Kuzej from a corner. It was the 12th goal Barcelona had conceded in the tournament, now 13 in total, and highlighted their defensive weakness in the league phase this season. But Barcelona made their superior possession count with a Fermin Lopez double, putting them 2-1 ahead. A Robert Lewandowski own goal leveled the match before the break, but Lewandowski's first Champions League goal for Barcelona this season, in the 71st minute, after Dani Olmo's brilliant strike had put them ahead, made sure of a win which moves them to 9th in the table, level on 13 points with Paris Saint-Germain, Newcastle United and Chelsea in 6th, 7th, and 8th respectively. Dermot Corrigan and Connor O'Neill analyzed the key talking points. What does this mean for Barcelona's top 8 chances? The win keeps Barcelona's hunt for a top 8 spot and direct progression into the round of 16 very much alive. Expect it to be tight, though. Barcelona are level on 13 points with 7 other sides, separated only by goal difference. Fortunately, PSG and Newcastle, who currently occupy 6th and 7th, face each other on the final day. That guarantees Barcelona will leapfrog at least one of them with a home win over Copenhagen. On paper, this is an accommodating tie for Hansi Flick's side, but most of the teams around them in the table have similarly favorable fixtures. Sporting CP, 10th and also on 13 points, travel to Athletic Club. Atlanta are away to Belgian side Union Saint-Gilloise. Atletico Madrid welcome 28th-placed Bodo/Glimt, while Manchester City hosts 17th-placed Galatasaray. Chelsea are the exception, traveling to Napoli, the reigning Serie A champions, who are likely to need a win themselves to stay in the competition. Barcelona have a slight edge when it comes to goal difference. Their goal difference stands at +5 and is better than 4 of the 7 other teams locked on 13 points. There are other potential routes into the top 8. If Tottenham Hotspur, who sit on 14 points, or Liverpool and Real Madrid, both on 15, fail to win, the door opens further, but again these sides face relatively easy final day fixtures. It sounds convoluted, but for Barcelona, a comfortable victory over Copenhagen is likely to be enough to secure qualification and avoid the 2 extra games that come with a playoff. Why have Barcelona conceded so many goals? Barca were not expected to have too many problems in this game. Given Slavia had picked up just 3 points in the competition prior to this match, while scoring just twice in their first 6 games. But Flick's team have defended badly throughout the league phase, with this ramshackle showing bringing back memories of the issues at the back during the 3-3 draw at Club Brugge in November. There had already been a few warnings for the visitors before the first goal arrived after 10 minutes, when midfielder Michael Sadilek's well-delivered corner was flicked on at the near post by captain Tomas Huls, and Vasil Kuzej arrived at the back stick to force the ball over the line. Most obviously at fault were Alejandro Bald for not getting close enough to Huls, and Frankie de Jong for losing Kuzej. It was also a collective problem of passive defending. Within 2 minutes of Fermin's double, Barcelona's defensive issues were at the fore again. Sadilek's corner was dangerously whipped in. The imposing Huls flicked on the ball, which hit Lewandowski and flew past Joan Garcia and into his own net. Want more on this topic? Follow your interests to personalize your experience. It was unlucky, but also slack defending. They have to be better organized and more intense in such situations. Barcelona have now conceded 13 goals in the competition, way too many, and it underlines that defense is the team's biggest problem area. Flick has publicly called for reinforcements during the January transfer window, but received attack-minded fullback Joao Cancelo when he really needed a more physical and athletic option for his back four. An inability to defend set pieces cost Barca in last year's semifinals against Inter, when they went out 7-6 on aggregate. Unless they can work out a way to resolve that problem, they are unlikely to even go that far in the competition this season. Barca's worst news of the night was the muscle injury suffered by midfielder Pedri. The reaction when the midfielder dropped to the ground during play, clutching the back of his thigh with his hand midway through the second half, was telling. It immediately looked to everyone. including it seemed to Pedri himself, that the Canary Islander had suffered another muscle injury. Flick also had a very worried look on his face as Pedri got gingerly to his feet and limped off the pitch. The two Champions League games Pedri missed earlier in this campaign were the 3-3 draw to Club Brugge and 3-0 defeat at Chelsea in November. The 23-year-old is so important to all aspects of Barca's play, setting the tone with his range of short and long passing. His intensity and reading of the play are also crucial to halting rival counterattacks and regaining possession. While Pedri himself seemed to immediately know he had an issue, it was not clear just how serious it was. The initial prognosis was an injury to his right hamstring, the same muscle where had a minor problem in the autumn, and also similar bigger issues in previous seasons. Speaking to reporters after the match, Flick said, "I don't know how he is. He has hamstring problems and has to undergo tests. I don't know exactly how many weeks it will be. It's not good news." Given this history, everyone at Barca will be hoping that tests over the coming days do not bring more bad news. Although Lamine Yamal was suspended and Ferran Torres injured, this match showed that Flick has a wealth of options in attack. Barca's opening goal was well created and finished. Started by Eric Garcia bringing the ball positively into the Slavia half, a neat touch by Rafinha followed by an excellent through ball by De Jong set up Lopez, who hit home from a tight angle with a powerful shot. Just before halftime, Fermin made it 2. Lamine's backup, Rooney Bargi, played the ball inside to Pedri, who turned and laid it off for Fermin. The forward created an angle before hammering a 20-yarder into the corner. That made Fermin Barca's top scorer in the competition this season with 5 goals in 6 games, overtaking Marcus Rashford, who has 4. A player who almost left Barca for Chelsea last summer has become one of the first names on Flick's team sheet, making it difficult for an out-of-form Olmo to find a place in the starting lineup. Olmo did enter to replace Pedri at 2-2, and almost immediately, he offered a reminder of what he is capable of. The former RB Leipzig player took one touch to control the ball when it fell to him on the edge of the box, and then another to smash a tremendous shot into the top corner for his first goal in the competition this season. With the game stretched, Flick sent on Rashford, and the on loan from Manchester United man also made an impact. His fired cross hit Lewandowski and bounced up, with the pole jumping and twisting to hook the ball home. What did Flick say? Hansi Flick said he was pleased his team bounced back after conceding 2 set-piece goals. "It wasn't easy to play," he said in the post-match press conference. "It was very cold, and Slavia played very well. They are a physical team, with dangerous transitions and balls. In the second half, we were better." Flick also praised Fermin, "He's very good." But Dani Olmo also did well when he came on, scoring an important goal. Lewandowski also fought hard. It was good news that Fermin didn't go to Chelsea. It's important for Barcelona that he stayed, and also for him. "I appreciate what he's done." Asked about qualifying for the next round, Flick added, "It will be decided next Wednesday. First, we had to win, and we have to do it again. Winning in the Champions League is very difficult, as we saw today.